You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian balls.
What's going on, NASCAR diecast collectors and diecast reviewers on YouTube? This is Original Big Bri here. Welcome back to another new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, hosted by me, Brian LaFleur Jr. As always, guys, I'm bringing you all your weekly NASCAR Diecast News throughout each and every month to the very end of the 2017 NASCAR Diecast season. And by the time I upload this video, guys, we're going to be entering the Daytona 500 day, or as Fox Sports likes to call it, the Daytona Day. But I hope all you guys out there are calling it the Daytona 500 Day, because that is a lot more amusing. Or just call it the Daytona 500 like, you know, the oldies like me and many others. But anyways, guys, this is going to be a very interesting episode of NASCAR Diecast News. As I promised you guys, I'll be uploading weekly episodes of this on the weekends, leading up towards race day or on race day. But we got some newest diecast news with your newest released diecast from our good friends at Plan B Sales, Casey Diecast, and Lesher's Diecast. And we do got some Daytona pre-orders as well for the dual wins and the pole win car, and also the Clash wins. So all those Daytona wins that we're going to be talking about very shortly on this show, including some from the past. And we do also got the return of some more canceled diecast with the unfortunate more Xfinity cars having canceled for the canceled diecast. And of course, the official reveal for NASCAR Authentics Wave 2. Yep, guys, if you guys remember on our last episode, we talked about the teaser, but now this is official and it should be available at your stores. And we're going to get all this latest information and more as the NASCAR Diecast News starts right now. But before we do that, guys, we're going to take a look back at last week's episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, rounding things off with best-selling diecast and the worst-selling diecast from NASCAR Diecast News 166. Alrighty, everybody, welcome to NASCAR Diecast News. I'm your host, Original Big Bri, and of course, we're going to start things off with your newly released diecast from our good friends at Plan B Sales, Casey Diecast, and Lesher's Diecast. And we don't have, this is going to be interesting for the NASCAR, for the diecast release, because only one car was available, and unfortunately, no 164s for this episode, guys. But I told you guys I will have an episode for this video, but hopefully the next one we'll see some more diecast releases. But don't worry, there's still some diecast to talk about, guys. We do got a 124 version of Kevin Harvick's 2017 Busch Beer car. Is by the time I upload this video, it's probably not available right now because this was in limited quantities. This car was available only at Plan B Sales, and it was through an advanced run. What I mean by this is that this car was a separate production run from the regular diecasts that were released. This diecast is actually supposed to be released in May, and also this car has its own production quantity number as well, and there was only, I believe, 304 of these cars produced, so that's why you can see there's a special box with this. But if you're one of the lucky 304 people who got this car right away, congrats to you. You got an early access of Kevin Harvick's 2017 Busch car. So, you know, that's definitely a recommend for any Kevin Hart fans out there. Slightly different, actually a pretty big change to his car, unlike last year. A lot more teal blue on this car than from last year's, which was more of a darker blue. with the Busch Light and the regular Busch car as well. So, you know, I do like this change. I do like how schemes mix it up. And what I say, is it better than last year's? I say it is. I mean, I think the Busch Light car was a little better, but the Busch car, I think this car does look a lot more better than the Busch car from last year, since it just looked a little too, I wouldn't say generic, but just a little, I like how unique this car is, in my opinion. So, yep, that's all I gotta say about that car, because by the time of this video, it's probably sold out already. So, like I said, if you're one of the 304 people who got this car, then you are in yourself for a damn lucky treat, because this car is not going to be out until May for the regular release. So that's really cool right there. But now we're going to the pre-orders, guys. And what's really cool about these pre-orders, guys, well, we do got traditional 2017 cars, and all these pre-orders that you see on this, you can get them at any of your local diecast dealers for pre-orders. But I would highly recommend pre-ordering at Lionel Racing, Plan B Sales, and even Lester's Diecast. Lester's Diecast is not even accepting pre-orders, guys, so I would recommend checking those places out if you do want to get these cars made, because that's how this process is, guys. You just got to pre-order, otherwise they're going to head on to our next category, which is the canceled diecast. But yeah, guys, most of these pre-orders I'm going to be talking about, not going to be all of them, because, you know, I do want to keep this, you know, under half an hour. But most of these diecasts are all about Daytona, and we're going to start things off with a special Jeff Gordon car, guys, and it is actually his 1997 Daytona 500 win car. What's really cool about this, I mean, this car will be made in both scales unless you pre-order, but it's a Jeff Gordon car, so I'm sure it's going to sell. This is going to be in the NASCAR Classics line, which is, you know, really cool, and I think that's great for Lionel. This car is, I don't think any diecast company has made this car before. I think there's probably that one time that it came. I think my friend Matt Yerkel has this car. It has like a special packaging on this. But Lionel Racing is going to be offering this car, and they have confirmed that they have not made this car yet. So that's really cool, because, you know, having a Daytona 500 win car is important, especially for Jeff Gordon. It was really cool to see him win in that race. I think I barely just remember that race, because I was just only 2 years old when that race came on. So, but if you're a big Jeff Gordon fan, I would highly recommend getting this car, and make sure it's up for pre-order, guys, because that is definitely a car you do not want to miss, especially for any die-hard Jeff Gordon fans out there. And next up, we got our Clash winner for this year, guys, for the Advanced Auto Parts Clash, Joey Logano. His race win 124 is now available for pre-order, guys. So if you guys saw that race, it was quite interesting how Logano won that race in the last lap when Denny Hamlin was leading, and then Brad Keselowski, you know, just trying to make a move, and Denny Hamlin did the dive bomb block, and then those two spinned out, and then, woo, what do you know? Sliced bread Joey Logano came out of nowhere and took the win away from those guys. And surprisingly, we were under caution from that, but pretty cool right there. However, Bowman and Kyle Busch couldn't catch up to the 22, which made Busch upset. But it was a great start for the season, and now this car is available for pre-order. And the next one up, we do got some dual win cars as well, guys. We got both Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin's dual race wins cars. But what's really cool about this car, I mean, of course, well, first I'm going to say something about the Denny Hamlin car. Nothing really too crazy about this car. I feel like this car will get canceled, because Denny Hamlin cars don't really sell that much, and all of his race win cars, besides the Daytona 500 car from last year, has been canceled. So don't really see if this car will be made, but we'll just see. But Hamlin really has had a really rough couple years for selling diecast. But something really interesting about the Chase Elliott cars, for both his dual win and his pole win car. First of all, I mean, let's get on with the pole win car. This car is only going to be made in the 124 version only, and will not be in the 164. And Lionel says that, I'm glad Lionel is kind of making a 124 version, but there are some people out there who are disappointed that they're not making a 164, and they have stated that they are not making a 164 because, well, let's see here. Well, they said there's not enough differences to make it an official diecast. So they think that this car is basically the same as the Napa car. I mean, that's why I just saw from the Lionel Racing Forum. They said there's not enough comparisons on this car, or not enough differences on the car, to make it a pole win car. Which I think is a little ironic, because Chase Elliott is 21 now, so they would put the Coors Light logo on this, but very ironic that they're not making a 164 version. But the 124 version is still available. But now, if you have noticed on the pre-order sheets that I show you on the both the pole win and the dual win, You wonder why it says NASCAR Premier Series on the top right corner. Well, there is another controversial thing to talk about with the Monster Energy logos. I know I have to bring this up again, but this is really going to upset a lot of Hendrick cars out there, a lot of Hendrick fans out there. Not only for Chase Elliott diecast, but for all the Hendrick cars, the Monster Energy logos will not be on any, and I mean any, of the diecast for this year. Don't know about merchandise yet, guys, but the reason why is for this, as well, I'm going to show you the picture right here. I'm going to show you guys the news picture right here. Credit to Diecast Char for, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm hoping, if you watch this video, I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it. If not, deeply apologize for that, bud. But thanks for this information, and give him credit right there. You know, check him out on Instagram. Really cool guy. He does a lot of diecast news posts as well. But yep, guys, this is really going to, you know, alert a lot of people who are really not going to buy that much Hendrick diecast, because there will not be any Monster Energy logos whatsoever on Hendrick cars, and that is because of sponsorship licensing deals with PepsiCo. If you guys know, PepsiCo owns Mountain Dew and Pepsi, which are generally broadcasted on the Hendrick Motorsports diecast. However, Monster is from Coca-Cola. And you see right there, I mean, I don't know too much about rivalries with companies, but I think Coca-Cola and not Mountain Dew, Coca-Cola and Pepsi are the two biggest rivalries. So I don't think it'd be smart if, you know, Coca-Cola promotes their product on a Pepsi-based car. And that's the reason why, guys. And this is kind of interesting because, you know, we kind of dealt with it in 2008 when Sprint Cup started, and there was many cars, you know, like Ryan Newman's Altel and Jeff Burdick AT&T car. Those cars were forced, I mean, they did make diecast of those, but after the 2008 season, they were forced to leave. I think they were forced to leave the Sprint Cup series because, you know, Sprint was the main sponsor. So, I think we got some monopolizing going on right here. I think we're getting some lots of 2008 vibes from this. However, I don't think Mountain Dew is going to leave the sport, guys, but we are going to be getting inaccurate diecast, and I think this is going to be going for all the diecasts, including race wins, which is very unfortunate. And Lionel said that they are not putting out decal sheets as well, guys. So if you're custom makers, are definitely going to be making some big bucks out of this now, because they're going to have to put the Monster Energy logos on those cars now. But that's very unfortunate. And tell me, guys, in the comments what you guys think about this. I know this is the very controversial thing. I mean, I know the whole Monster Energy logo situation has definitely been, you know, probably the most thing to talk about on the diecast news for this year, since now I guess I could say majority of the 160 for this year are not going to be on the not gonna have Monster Energy logos, but now all Hendrick cars, including 124s, are not gonna have Monster Energy logos. So this is really interesting. And will this affect you guys on buying diecast, specifically for Dale Jr., for Dale Jr., Chase Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, and Casey Kane? I'm hoping not, but I'm sure many people out there would love to see an accurate car. So that is very unfortunate, but what more can you do, guys? I mean, after all, Lionel's in business, and they got to follow what they can. So I do approve for Lionel for trying their best to try to get an accurate diecast. However, it's not going to be working for this year, and who knows what could get to happen for 2018. But feel free to tell me in the comments what you guys think about this. I know this is going to be a very interesting topic to talk about for sure. Alrighty, guys, now we're going to go into the cancellations for this video, and we only got one canceled diecast for this episode, guys, but it is going to be yet another Xfinity car, and unfortunately yet another Just Now guy car, and it is, unfortunately, for another year in a row, it is his Breyers Ice Cream Xfinity Chevrolet Camaro. But yep, guys, that's very unfortunate. And you know, it's been a while since, I think we've only had the Breyers car produced one time, and that was in 2014 when it was driven by Regan Smith. But can I say I'm surprised seeing another Just Now car being canceled? Not surprised at all, but I was really hoping this car was going to be made. But, you know, it looks like we're going to have his Brant car only available for this year, guys. So that's very unfortunate. Man, I would love to see this car being produced, but how the things have been looking for Just Now cars and Xfinity diecast overall, guys, I think we're going to have an all-time low for Xfinity cars produced for this year, because, like I said, majority of the diecast for this year have been all Xfinity cars, which is just very unfortunate. But what more can you tell right there? But yep, if you're an All-Guyer fan, this is definitely and truly devastating Not really much more I can say right there other than that, you know, I think we all had this coming, that this car was going to get canceled. But very unfortunate. I was looking forward for this car, but we'll just try again next year. Alrighty, everybody, and now we're going to go on to our last topic, guys, and it's going to be, of course, NASCAR Authentics news. That's always very exciting, and I always like to keep that at last for you guys. But, of course, this is the main title of this video, and if you guys remember last episode, guys, I showed you guys some very interesting leaked photos for Wave 2, and now it's finally here, guys. And I think majority of the retailers have this out now. But on Wednesday, Lionel Racing on their episode on the Fix released the official photos for Wave 2, guys, and all these diecasts I showed you guys from last week are official. And now we're gonna get on to the review and my opinions on this wave, guys. So overall on this wave, guys, we do got a total of, let's see, 8 cars, and half of them, well, let's see, 3 of them are from 2016, and the rest are from 2017. So 3 from 2016, 3, and let's see, well, I can't count right now, 5 from 2017, guys. So, of course, we're going to numerical order from year, and we're going to start things off with our only exclusive car for this wave, and it is another Darlington throwback car, guys. It is Casey Kane's Liftmaster Darlington throwback. Really cool right here. I said this car is NASCAR Authentic exclusive because this car was officially canceled last year in both scales, I believe. But yeah, really cool to see that, because we do now we're going to have the official all Hendrick cars from produced for last year for the Don's throwback. So this car's gonna look really nice to go along with the Chase Elliott throwback and the Greg Ghost throwback for Dale Jr., or should I say Jeff Gordon, because Jeff Gordon drove that car. Just like to throw that joke out there. And the Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt, David Pearson car. But yeah, that's really cool right there. And I think this car was a throwback to old Terry Labonte car. I can't remember what the year was, but feel free to tell me in the comments what year this car was driven, or we all know it was driven in 2016, but what was the throwback for Terry Labonte? I'm curious to know about that, because I actually don't know that. I don't know what the throwback is, but I know it's from Terry Labonte, thanks to Lionel Racing info. But yes, guys, we do got another Darlington throwback car, and it is yet another Xfinity car, guys. And I'm really excited that we're getting more Xfinity cars. This is the 3rd time we're getting an Xfinity car in a row, as we did got the Ryan Reed throwback from Wave 1, which I think this car is going to go really well because they're both Roush cars. And we also have the Chase Elliott race win from Daytona in Wave 11 from last year. So I'm hoping we can see Xfinity car for at least one Xfinity car for every wave now. I think that's what Lionel's going to try to do now, because I do like seeing some variety. So I'm really glad they decided to put this car in this wave. Like I said, it's going to go really well with the Ryan Reed car from Wave 1, because both those two are teammates, and those are the only 2 Roush cars that are in the Xfinity series now. Unfortunately, there's no 60 car anymore, so but yeah, of course, if you're a Mark Martin fan, you would highly recommend getting this car, because I did a review about this car in the past couple episodes of the NASCAR Diecast News. But if you're a throwback collector for NASCAR Authentics like me, then I would recommend getting this car, especially if you want to add a Bubba Wallace car to your NASCAR Authentics collection. And this will be give you some variety right here. Now, this next car, I probably would recommend getting a pass on, and it is the Chase Elliott Napa Chase for the Cup car. Now, I don't know why they decided to release this car, to be honest. I think this was like a filler spot. They could have at least put another Darlington throwback canceled 2016 car to go along with the 2016s, like the Allmendinger car, but they decided to go with this, which I guess is okay, but it's kind of like, really? But the Chase Yellow does really go nice with the paint scheme, and I guess that collector card is pretty cool, but there's nothing really special about this car. I mean, unless you're a Chase Elliott fan, I would recommend getting it. But this is the second Chase car that has been produced for NASCAR Authentics. Of course, if you guys remember from from early last year, Wave 3, I think, the Dale Jr. Wave 2 or Wave 3, I think it was Wave 3. The Dale Jr. 2015 Nationwide Chase car was released. So if you do have that car, then this car will go well with this. I mean, I do like how all these 2016s go well with some other cars. So, but other than that, I really think that this car could be a good skip, because there are some better Chase Elliott cars out there, including another one I'll show you real quick. Now we're going on to the 2017s, and we got the Austin Dillon Dow, the 2017 Dow car. You know, like I said, you're a big fan of Dale Earnhardt, you're definitely going to get a lot of Earnhardt vibes from this, because the black really shows up well on this. and man, I do like the new paint scheme change that Dow put on, and overall I do like the packaging as well, guys. I like the colorful packaging. It really gives us some pizzazz to it, and I think that's a really nice job that Lionel did, and it could really differentiate the 2017s from the other waves. Even on the packaging it says 2017 as well, but on this picture I cut it off. But if you do get these cars, which I'm sure they're already out at Toys R Us, Walmart, and all your other local retailers like Target. So yeah, by the time of this video, you guys probably already got this car, which I just literally got some cars today, and I got like about half of this wave, guys. I got parts of wave 1 and parts of wave 2, so that's really cool right there. The KCK Farmers Insurance car, you know, nothing too crazy about this car unless you have not got this car yet from 2015 or 2016. Probably not a good idea of getting this car again, because it's the same paint scheme once again, unless you're a big fan of those plastic magnets, which I do like. But yeah, that I think that they could have released a different Casey Kane car, like his Liftmaster car or something like that. But then again, they already released his Liftmaster throwback car. But yeah, we got another Joey Logano Pennzoil car. Really? They could have released his AAA car. We literally just got this car from Wave 9 already. So I think NASCAR Authentics could have released his AAA or his Auto Trader car. But if you're a Logano fan, I'm sure you're going to pick this up because the packaging does look very wonderful. Other than that, I really don't see why you should get this car. Like I said, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a filler spot, but they could have done another Joey Logano car, because Logano, hell, they could have done his Pennzoil car, for Christ's sake. I would love to see that. So I'm hoping we get a Pennzoil car in the next few waves. I mean, yeah, or his AAA car or something different. I mean, I'm just tired of seeing that Pennzoil car. We need some variation by now. Come on. And speaking of more variation, guys, we got our back-to-back Daytona 500 pole win. Daytona 500 pole. Well, I'm gonna say pole win because, you know, that's fun to say. But he's our pole winner for the past 2 years now for the Daytona 500. We got Chase Elliott, and he's also our dual one race winner as well for this year. But this car is available in this wave, and really cool looking car. I mean, I'm getting a lot of Michael Waltrip vibes from this car, from his 2001 car. Like I said, I love the yellow on this car. A lot more better than last year's for sure, with the yellow back bumper and all that. So I think this would be a really cool looking car to get, especially to go along with the Dale Jr. 2017 Nationwide, and you'll have your front row started. So yeah, that's really cool right there. And to wrap it up on this wave, we got the Kurt Busch Haas Automation Ford Fusion. I'm glad I didn't say Chevrolet, otherwise I've been roasted and be like, oh, they drive Fords now. I'd be like, well, I know already. It's just so weird just seeing Stuart Haas in a Ford now, but I'm starting to get used to it, but it's just still really weird. But we'll see how many engine failures they have for this year. Just kidding out there for any people who are big Ford fans. But really cool looking car. I mean, if you didn't pick up the Chevrolet Haas car from last year, from Wave 6, like I didn't pick that car up because my Walmart was slacking on that time. I'm sure many retailers have been slacking as well. But if you didn't get the chance to get this car, I would get it again, because like I said, it's on a different make. It's on a different make and mold as well. So that's, I guess, a good reason why you should get this car. Of course, there's no Monster Energy logos because, you know, they can't promote the Monster cars. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think this is a pretty decent wave. However, if I had to recommend the cars that you should get and should not get, I think I would recommend all the diecasts except for the Chase Elliott Napa Chase car, the Casey Kane Farmers, and the Joey Logano Pennzoil. And maybe the Haas car if you think that it's not too much of a big change. But definitely those three I would highly recommend, especially Logano and the Casey Kane. Maybe the Chase Elliott, but the Logano Casey Kane, really, they should have changed it up. But I really don't like how there are two different... there are actually two cars for the same driver. We have two Casey Kanes and two Chase Elliots. That I'm not really happy, because we don't see. I mean, I know we don't have a Dale Jr. car in this wave, but they could have done a lot more variation. You know, they could have, like I said, I would have liked a different Casey Kane car, but they could have put, you know, another different driver in to fill this spot. I'm just a little upset why they decided to put two Casey Kanes and two Chase Elliots in this wave, but overall, I say it's a decent wave. I don't think it's my favorite for 2017, but there are some cool picks out there that I would recommend getting for sure, especially the Casey Kane Liftmaster car. Like I said, I'm a sucker for exclusives, so definitely get that car. But I believe this wave is actually combined with Wave 1, guys, so excuse me, that's a burp right there. watch Race Day 11 roast me in the comments. I burped. But what's really cool about this wave, guys, is that not too many people have been finding the 2016s because Lionel decided to release both Wave 1 and Wave 2 at the same time and only put the 2017 cars in. However, there are some retailers that have got lucky, like my friend Race Day 2011 and AJ Sell. Both check them out. They're really cool people. They also have found NASCAR Diecast News. They have found some 2016s, like the Ryan Reed throwback and some other 2016s as well, like the Tony Stewart Brownie car from last wave. So, but I'm sure most of your retailers will have the 2017s, and maybe the next few weeks we'll get the 2016s. But that is kind of interesting how they decided to split this up. In a good way, I think that is kind of unique because it is Daytona 500 week, and of course everyone wants to get all the new 2017 diecast. So I gotta give Lionel props. I decided to do that. However, I would love to have the full wave, guys. But feel free to tell me in the comments what you guys think of this little thing that Lionel decided to do. But glad to see they're back on track with the waves, and looking forward to wave 3 when that comes out, hopefully at the end of next month or whenever that comes on. But other than that, guys, this has been an episode of the NASCAR Diecast News. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video series a good comment, like. If you guys haven't already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel for any more weekly NASCAR Diecast news, NASCAR Diecast reviews, and of course the top 10 NASCAR Diecast as well, guys. I'm gonna have a new episode of that coming on very soon. Tune in on the last day of February or the first day of March. I'll be uploading the top 10 diecasts for February 2017. That's gonna be returning, and hopefully I'll be on point on that. But other than that, guys, this is Rich Big Bryce signing off. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys again on the next episode of NASCAR Diecast News. But until then, guys, this is Brian LaFleur Jr. saying adios, goodbye, and happy Daytona Day.